Hello everybody and welcome to my new series Cramming for the Jam, where I take my week-long form change journey into my first ever amateur tournament at the DSD Junior Jam at Timmins Park. The goal of this series will be to make lasting form changes in this week that I have before this tournament in the putting game, the forehand game, and then the backhand game. This will be a 4-part series. Today I will be doing the putting. Episode 2 will be the forehand, then you'll have backhand, and then you'll have the tournament review at the last episode. Well, let's get on to the putting. To begin, one of the most important parts of putting is your grip on the disc. And my grip is kind of what Eagle McMahon does. He tucks this pinky while flaring the rest of the fingers, have this pointer finger right here on the rim. He leans back with his feet staggered. He cocks his wrist back and then uses weight transfer to get the spin and the flick on the disc that he needs. And when done right, it should look like this. The next really big part about putting is entirely mental. If you're scared to make a putt, you're never going to give it a chance. So what you can do to help with that mental game right there is pick a chain in the middle of the basket. Pick one singular link. I either choose one back here, probably like this one. So when I can look at it, I can focus on it, and I try to hit that chain. And if you aim small, you miss small. The last thing, do not change your putting form based on the distance. The only reason why you would have to change is if maybe you're in a jump putt situation, but your arm should remain the same. The only thing that would change would be the weight transfer. So do not change the putting form. Get it down to muscle memory, and your putting will improve. So I have this set up from 15 to 35 feet away from the basket. I'm going to give 10 minutes at each disc for putting. So let's start throwing. Things from that set of putts. One, I need to take my time and need to find that rhythm, act like I'm actually stepping up and putting. And two, I need to dry my disc. A wet disc is a bad disc.
one last thing before the final section putt. A lot of high-level players, especially when they're really good putters, they talk about weight transfer from the back foot to that front foot to get you more power, more spin. Now, what I'm thinking of it as, and what makes it easier to visualize, is you have your hamstring on whichever leg up that you have. And when you sit back, this hamstring and this calf right here, they're going to be stretched. That activates what's called the stretch reflex. So basically, when you're doing these athletic movements, the stretch reflex allows you to explode back. And by loading your hamstring and your calf by sitting back, you get more power on the way back up just from getting these muscles, the hamstring and the calf, unstretched.
So after all that putting, you can really boil it all down to two things. One is consistency. My most consistent range was 25 feet, and I'm not sure why. I really need to be more consistent from 20 to 15 feet. I need to focus my putting right into there, because if you can putt at like a 90% clip inside 25 feet, you can start to move out and really focus on the edge of circle 1 and move into circle 2. The second thing is mindset, and I think that's what gets me hung up at the ranges inside 25 feet, is that I'm scared that I'm gonna overshoot the basket, and that leads to me being off target, not focusing, not slowing down, overshooting. It's something that is entirely mental, and that's not something you can fix in 1 hour long or more session. This has to come over the span of weeks, if not months. Also, if you're struggling to get that spin that you need on that wrist flick off the putt, one thing that you can do to help that, especially with the glide of the disc, is get a lighter weight disc. And this dynamic disc gavel is pretty lightweight. I'm not sure the exact grams that it is, but I know it's lighter weight than the Envy and the Colt that I have, and it was gliding through the air much better with the same amount of spin. So if you're struggling with that, struggling with the spin, struggling with the distance, and keeping the putt in the air longer, you need to get a lighter weight disc. So now for my putting mindset going into the tournament. The Timmins Park course is a place where you need to capitalize on the opportunities that you have. There's a lot of short holes that you can get pretty close and make some pretty easy putts. But if you don't make those throws, then you're going to have to make some difficult putts that will really put a test on your score. And that's where I really think my 2 putters that I'm going to be fighting to use this actually an Envy and this Innova Star Colt. So going into the tournament, I believe that I need to get really more consistent when it comes to 25 feet and in, and up shots is another thing that I really need to work on so I can get into those positions. I really hope you enjoyed the video. The next part will come in about 2 to 3 days, so be prepared for that, and thanks for watching.